go. Red wine, Shiraz, South African. It's very important to choose a very good red wine to put in your potjie. Some red kidney beans for the end. Some tinas, peri peri, chili spice for the beginning. Salt and pepper, olive oil, tomato and onion mix. You can use a tomato mix or tomato and onion, but that's what we've got. And 2 stock cubes. One is mushroom and the other is vegetable. Just because you could use a beef stock, you could use a chicken stock, it doesn't really matter. And a glass of water. And then onions, right, to make your base, like a stewy base, which cooks with the meat. Garlic will go in next. Then your meat and all the other soft stuff that we'll do later. Then your hard veggies are potatoes, carrots, sweet potatoes, onion hearts, and then the celery are under there, and then the aubergines will go on the top, and then later will come some mushrooms and the beans and all the other really soft stuff that doesn't need to cook for very long. Right, this is because we've got Farley here, we only use Italian 00 pizza grade flour but what we're going to be doing with it is something different. We're going to be making a beer bread that we're going to cook in the potjie, in the other potjie, on the fire, right? So that's a kilo. We're going to go 4 teaspoons of salt. We can just, not cold, because if it's cold then it doesn't activate quick enough. And that is your dough. Alright, so here we are at the potjie station. As you can see, I've made a bed of coals and I put the potjie down, and then this is the fire that will pull the coals across as we need them. I'll just heat up some olive oil to get it started. And then we're going to put this stewing beef, which is brisket, comes from the Driehoek butchery, which is very good, and it's about 1 kilo of perfect brisket, and it costs 82 rand, which is about 4 Swiss francs, just 4, but it's going to be delicious. The onions are getting nice, and some of them are getting a bit brown. That looks good. You don't have to make them very brown because that's going to be the base of the stew. Chuck in the garlic. Just want to brown that a little bit. Good to mix up your onions. Tina's Mozambican piri piri. Get a nice tablespoon of that in there. There you go. About a glass of wine, and then that'll start the stewing process. And then we'll put the sweet potatoes on in the next section, because sweet potatoes take a bit less time to soften up than the potatoes.
This is the master cook with his poiki, and the last layers are going to go on.
Some red kidney beans.
Red kidney beans. Okay.
3, I think.
2 or 3 hours. The aubergine are going in on top. This is the master chef here.
Yeah, you just pop those on, and then on top of these aubergines we'll put the mushrooms. But the mushrooms cook
Aubergine, a layer of aubergine. And these top vegetables, they effectively steam in the top layers steam. When are the mushrooms going on, Andy?
They'll go on once these aubergines are looking almost cooked.
You mean in what, 10 minutes or?
No, I'd say maybe 20.
20 minutes.
5, and then the whole thing all the layers will be in by 4:30, and then we can cook until about 5, and then we can take it off.
Yeah, it's 3:15 now. You're saying all the layers in by 4:30?
Yeah.
Okay, the master chef here has just taken this loaf out of the casserole, sort of, that's been on the fire for a couple of hours. And we saw earlier he was making the dough, and he's now taken it out, and he's going to cut it to see how it is.
Listen,
We suspect it's no good.
I don't think it's any good.
Okay.
I think I may have cocked this one.
So carry on, Andy. Cut it.
So we're gonna cut it, but in my defense, I'd do things differently second time over.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, no.
Looks like a rock.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe we can eat it.
It's spongy.
Spongy. Oh, that's positive. So it's sort of bread, but funny sort of bread.
Yeah,
We're used to.
We'll do better next time around.
Okay. Let's see the main part of it. Yeah. Well,
No, I cocked it up. I should have.
Okay.
I shouldn't have flipped it.
so this is going to a global audience. So
Yeah, it's okay to wear your failures.
okay, but we're not going to throw it away. We're going to sort of try and eat it, I
We
guess.
can have a taste. I'm standing here with Chris Farley.
Okay.
He's
Who's helping?
I
Under instruction.
finally got some help around here.
It's a top layer of mushroom. Brown mushroom. African mushroom. Gee. We're sitting on the deck here, and there, 2 meters away, is a red hornbill. In the middle of the picture should be a giant eagle owl, and it's a bit difficult to see on this camera, but hopefully one can see on the video. We've tried to zoom as much as possible, but alas. Okay.
Now I'm going to push on.
Now this is a picture of a huge leadwood, right, Andy?
Yeah.
And it's possibly, Andy says, 200 years old, but it seems a bit old. This is Sundowner in the Kruger. Susie, Andy and the Brats with a 1948 Land Rover. We've just explored the magnificent leadwood riverine forest. We're just taking a picture of the beautiful evening sky during this game drive. Wonderful. There's our leader and driver, A. Davis, trying to be important here. He is important. Oh yeah.
Smelling the air. Shine on their faces though, so it's good ones. Okay, it's not bad.
Elephants at a reservoir, drinking water in the late evening. Okay, we're having sundowners here at the Beacon Boma. This is another view from the back of the Beacon Boma. And there's the place where you make a fire. You can sleep here overnight in the open air. And people do.
It's a white rat.
Are you getting it, Luz?
Yeah.
So here we are at the outside shower, and there is the cleavage site, the famous Furin cleavage site. We have the cleavage, but now we're looking for the Furin. Okay, but we're going to demonstrate this outside shower that has been fixed, because last time the elephants had destroyed it. Here is the shower. I'm going to just turn the water on. Let's see. Hey, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Wonderful. Outside shower. Furin cleavage. And then the Land Rover, 1948 Land Rover. Let me show that in a slight more detail. This is Paul Davis's original 1948 S1 model Land Rover. Wonderful. Everyone admires it. 73-year-old Land Rover. Okay. Vegetation, green, end of summer. October was very sparse. That was the end of winter. We're now in early April, which is towards the end of the rainy season.